Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Monday morning where a cold front is bringing some big changes. It is through almost all the area. It's not quite through far southern Nebraska, northern Kansas yet, but behind that front temperatures are dropping and the winds are cranking up out there. After a very mild night for most of us, we're now seeing the colder air moving, and those winds are gusting up around 35 plus miles per hour. We've already seen a gust to nearly 40 in Kearney. So the winds are going to be strong today behind that front. Cloud cover wise, kind of a mix of clouds and sun. I expect some of the thickest clouds in the north today, but we could see still a few clouds around here. I know Futurecast isn't showing much, but most models are showing a few clouds around. So going to call it a partly sunny day out there today. But again, some of you may see mostly sunny skies. If you see mostly cloudy skies, your best bet's in northern Nebraska today. Heading into tonight, still a little bit breezy out there, and this is going to be one of our coldest nights ahead. We'll gradually see an increase in clouds later in the night and into tomorrow morning. Mostly cloudy to even overcast for tomorrow. I think the thickest clouds in the west. Chilly day tomorrow. This will likely be the coldest daytime this week with those clouds around. And then as we head towards tomorrow night, now I want to point out the winds right here. Now, it's going to be a chilly night still, but these southeasterly winds going to start to bring in some warm air advection early on Wednesday and then during the day Wednesday. One thing we're going to have to watch for is patchy freezing drizzle. There may be a little patchy freezing drizzle to start off for Wednesday, so watch for some isolated slick spots out there, plus a lot of clouds around. Eventually a little sun will come out on Wednesday, but it may take till later in the day, especially out west where the temperatures may actually start to warm up on Wednesday, and we'll show you that in just a bit. Now, these are your highs for today. That said, really it's more about how temperatures trend throughout the day because of that cold front coming through. So let's show you the future temperatures graphic here. And this gives you kind of an idea of how it plays out again with that colder air coming in. It'll stay in the 20s up north. A lot of us will be in the 30s. There may still be some 40s in the south. And then a very cold night tonight into tomorrow morning. We're down into the single digits and teens for lows. So it is going to be a chillier night for many of us. This might be the coldest night this week. And this will be the chilliest day of the week tomorrow, highs in the 20s and lower 30s. So again, not brutally cold Arctic air, but it is going to be pretty chilly, especially compared to this last weekend. I do want to point out west, right here, the frontal boundary doesn't quite push all the way through. It just about is all the way through, but it's basically tomorrow stalled out about right here. And it's actually going to begin to push east as a warm front on Wednesday. So tomorrow night, actually not bad, teens and 20s, typical winter chill, but nothing overly cold. That stays to our north. And then looking ahead at Wednesday, again, warming up out west. So that warm front is now beginning to push eastward, right about here. I could even put in the little warm front bubbles if you want me to show you the direction it's moving. So again, it's already warming up out west back into the 40s. Look at that, 50s to near 60, returning to the panhandle, but still staying in the 30s, which is an improvement over what we see on Tuesday. We will see those milder temperatures spread eastward a little bit more on Thursday, although out west, it actually doesn't get as warm out there, so there's still some cooler air kind of coming in. So we kind of balance out a little bit, upper 30s, low to mid 40s on Thursday. It looks pretty similar on Friday. Slightly cooler Saturday, back up a little bit Sunday, and then I think next week we'll be trending colder. And then we'll show you that in the 7-day forecast and the 10-day forecast. So again, for the Tri-Cities, blustery winds, temperatures. We saw our high earlier this morning in the 40s, daytime high in the mid-30s, maybe upper 30s here in the Tri-Cities. But the winds could gust up to 40 miles per hour today. A chilly night tonight, chilly tomorrow, slightly better Wednesday, but not great. Better conditions on Thursday and Friday, a little more sunshine. Saturday, there's a small chance of snow in the morning. It's not a great chance, though. Otherwise, I think some sun's going to come out, especially in the afternoon. A little windy, a little cooler, slightly warmer on Sunday. And then after that, it looks like we will trend downward next week, getting colder, perhaps maybe some winter moisture to come along with it. We'll see. I'll show you some of those long-range models here in just a bit. Plus, the Climate Prediction Center is also indicating we could see some of that moisture. So, again, fairly similar the next 2 days in the North Platte area, but then on Wednesday it actually starts to get back up into the 40s out west. Again, that air getting a little bit milder, and then we'll see 40s again Thursday and Friday. Slightly cooler, small chance of snow Saturday morning. Sunday, we'll watch for a slight warm up before, again, it gets a little bit chillier. Then after that, it looks like we'll trend a little chillier next week as we get back down into the 30s and eventually the 20s once again. In fact, the Climate Prediction Center is putting us at likely below average temperatures next week. I think I would agree with that, although it does not mean we're going to get brutally cold, but we will be chillier. Moisture-wise, we could be looking at potentially above average moisture. Now, the track of most systems right now for next week is looking to maybe be just a little south of us, kind of in this general direction here. But if that track shifts any farther north, then we could be right on the edge of that and maybe see some better chances of moisture. And I'll show you that the models are a little bit differing in how that will play out next week. So not much this week. Again, we have that Wednesday morning, some freezing drizzle, especially in eastern areas and northern areas. And then the next chance of any moisture looks like Saturday, late Friday night, Saturday morning, right about there. I threw in the small chance of snow. But really, we're looking to next week for chances of moisture to really start to maybe return here around the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. The European is more aggressive, but notice the track is to the south. You know, I mentioned that southward track, but again, we may be on the northern edge of that and still get some snow potentially. And then there may be another one reloading as we get towards next Thursday morning here. So again, maybe a couple of systems, but again, the track may be more to our south. We could be on the northern edges of it. We'll see. It's a long ways out yet. That could certainly still change. GFS, some differences down the road here. So first off, Wednesday morning, a little bit of freezing drizzle, especially out east, maybe up north. And then we look to Saturday morning for that slight chance of light snow right there. Not a great chance. I only have the small chance. And then again, we'll see things. The GFS is trending things a little more to our south for next week and not so much over our area. So again, that's why I'm still a little bit up in the air whether or not we'll see moisture. But again, the European's usually more reliable long range than the GFS is. Finally, temperature trends. Notice again the colder air coming, but the really brutally cold air staying to our north. We're going to be chillier, but then we actually warm up a little bit. Again, there's that big warm up out west on Wednesday. Wednesday might actually be a mild night. And then Thursday and Friday, not bad. You know, not terrible, really. We get a little colder over the weekend, Saturday. Not bad, though. The cold air stays to our north. And then even next week, while we trend a little chillier, that really brutally cold Arctic air kind of stays just to our north. Maybe another round late in the week. We'll see. And that's the European model. Let's look at the GFS model. Again, a little chillier today, but the really cold stuff stays to our north. Wednesday looks much better, especially out west. And then Thursday, Friday kind of balancing out a little bit. And then a little cooler on Saturday. Sunday, not too bad. And then next week again, trending a little chillier, although the GFS keeps all the really cold stuff off just to our north still. So, all right, well, I want to thank you all for watching on this Monday morning. That's about all I have for you for today. I'll be back with you on Tuesday morning as we look at all the latest to see if there are any changes to the forecast and see if there are any trend changes as well. So we'll get you an update on that as we look down the road, especially to maybe a busier week next week. Until then, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all again on Tuesday morning. Take care, and God bless. Bye.